Hello, this is Hayden Call. Uh, this is my to-do list JavaScript program demonstration. Let me just run you through it here. I'm going to get it shared. Okay, so you can see I've come in here in VS Code. Uh, our code is this right now. We have this basic index.html that just built out the basic site functionality, as well as added just a little bit of styling and references our module with our main.js JavaScript. So we start just by importing a UUID library for our to-do list, and then we define the initial constants. A couple different functions we have. So initially we'll load tasks from local storage if there's anything saved. It'll also save it if things are added. This render tasks is what actually pulls up our to-do list. It is a recursive function, and so initially calls that with here within render. It will just loop this guy, calling itself, pulling all data that we need to. This add task function is what actually adds it. It's set up so it will trigger an error message with an alert if you try to enter it empty. Otherwise, it will add the task in render. And then our handle list click actually handles the various event listeners as far as we'll note if something has or hasn't been completed with the checkbox. It will also allows us to delete our functionality within our list. And then we have our listeners being called there and our remainder. Let's go ahead and we'll get this to a live server and review it. Okay, so a couple of tasks there. Perfect. So here's our site with our basic to-do list. Let's just try adding an empty one to see what it says to us. We get our error message saying, please enter task. Say, okay, let's walk the dog today. So we'll go ahead and walk the dog. We also need to call our dad. We need to return Amazon package. Okay, so we add that. Come back to this throughout the day because if we load, still have the information. And say, oh, I called dad, so we'll check that off. I did walk the dog. And we say, well, let's get that off here because it's already been done, and I won't need to call dad again, so we can delete that. And so that's how that function works. Let's go ahead and look under the hood just for our inspect. So you can see that this is being dynamically generated and injected with the JavaScript through the live server. And then if we go to memory, if we go to application, we can look into our local storage and see that the information is being stored here locally. With that as well, it does give it a specific unique ID for each task that gets added. Let's go ahead and add one live here. Let's say that I need to mop for, let's say mop kitchen, what add. And see that gets added with a new unique ID next to that UUID. So that's that basic JavaScript to-do list functionality with it working with using some recursion, a library, throwing errors, doing a couple different things. Thanks for watching.